Hey y'all, I'm going to show you how to use and how to do the podcast project for a bit. So this is what your week should look like in Schoology, something similar to this. To get to the actual podcast website, you're going to click on this link right here, and then you're going to click on open up. You're going to click on that little thing, and it should bring you here. So I'm going to kind of navigate through the website first. On this very homepage up here, I have simplified instructions, like what the grades are, what parts you really need to do, and then intricate like instructions right below it. And if you keep going, these are the topics that you can choose from to do your podcast over. It can be any one of these topics, but it does have to be one of these topics. Okay, there's 20 for you to choose from, and there's even the great debate topics that we did a while back. Going back up, look up here at the top. We have frequently asked questions, guiding questions, grammar notes, outline video tips, and example podcasts. I'm going to go one by one. In the frequently asked questions, I try to answer questions for things that you guys would ask me, like what topic should you do. I have rubrics linked at the very bottom, right here, for the fourth summative, and then one for the final exam video. And then just other random questions since I am grading your grammar, how to make citations, how to do research, because you do need a little bit of research, right? So that way you can make citations when it's due. All that is in here. If you are choosing a topic, right? Like let's say you want to choose should athletes be paid more than other professions? And you're like, man, I don't know what to actually talk about in my podcast, but I know I want to do that. If you come up to guiding questions, and you scroll down and find your topic, right? Should athletes be paid more than other professions? You click on it. There's questions in here for you to consider in your podcast or that you can use for your research, however you want to use it. There are just some questions for both sides for if you want to use. Otherwise, since I'm grading your grammar really for the script, I do have a bunch of PowerPoints about grammar. Some of them you've seen before, some of them they are separated, but I have things for sentence structure, which goes over fragments, run-on sentences, and parallel structure, capitalization, when you should and should not capitalize things, commonly confused words and when to use them, like their differences, when to use apostrophes, when to use commas, semicolons, and colons, the different types of punctuation in general. Since you do need in-text citations, there is a PowerPoint about embedding your quotes with in-text citations. And then otherwise, Ms. Banks and I have made a video about citations, how to add them into your actual script through Google Docs. It's really, really easy. So please watch this video because it's going to be the easiest way to do that portion of the script. Otherwise, if you are doing the final, meaning that you are not exempting, you're doing the final, I do have like tips and tricks and how-to videos on how to use different types of media. In the end, you're going to upload your video as a YouTube link. So this is just how to upload a video to YouTube so that way you can see how to do it. Otherwise, there's videos about how to screen record on an iPhone, how to screen record on an Android, how to edit an iMovie in Microsoft Video Editor, Clipchamp, which is an extension of Microsoft Video Editor and it's free. Microsoft PowerPoint, Canva, which everyone has through their dashboard, Google Slides, Instagram, TikTok, Audacity, which is a like recording program, and then even OBS, which is what like streamers and people who are like recording their games use. So there's all that in there, so that way, like it could be simple. You could make a PowerPoint presentation and narrate over it and do it like that. You could make an Insta reel or a TikTok and be in the video for the podcast. You can do it like that. It's any way you want to do it, just as long as in the end it gets uploaded as an actual YouTube link. Okay. Otherwise, I do have an example podcast. This is my example podcast. It's about 6 minutes long. Let me think. It's voiced over, so I don't actually come out in it. If you want to come out in your podcast, you can. But I also have right here an example of the script. You do not have to make your script like mine. I just made it like this so that way you could see all parts of it. and in a way that made sense. So again, you do not have to format it like mine. What I'm really looking for was, is it in 11-point Arial font? Is it double spaced? And then I'm looking at your grammar. Do you have commas? Do you have apostrophes? Do you have parallel structure? That's what I'm grading, okay? So it does not need to be in essay format. You could have like just written out, and that's fine. Just make sure that you're checking your grammar itself. And then we also have a podcast from another teacher, Mr. Corey, and this one is a bit longer though. I will tell you, it's about 17 minutes long. Your podcast needs to be, your video needs to be between I think it's 3 to 5 minutes long. It can be longer than that. My hard cutoff is 10 minutes. Do not go past 10 minutes, okay? Or I will start docking points for you. So that's my hard cutoff. Otherwise, there is an upload portion right here, but I do not have it for you guys open, only because you can only upload your podcast actually into Schoology. So let's go back to Schoology for a second. So Q2 week 8. Your graphic organizer is due today, so please complete your graphic organizer for your podcast. Your script is due on Friday, and that's going to be a summative grade, so please do that as well. Otherwise, the rubrics, they will open. They're going to tell you you need access. It's lying to you. Just click on this little box up here, and they'll open up as PDFs. Otherwise, this is a grade for this week. This is a grade for this week. For next week, let me show you. The actual submission form is going to be a Google form. It's going to look like this. It's going to be shorter because you guys are virtual. And you're just going to put your link in here, all that stuff. You'll do that. It'll be fine. And that'll be the final exam grade. So that's going to be available from Wednesday, December 13th at 7:25 a.m. all the way to Friday, December 15th at 8:35 p.m. And that is a hard cutoff. I cannot accept anything past Friday, 8:35 p.m. And that is district rules, okay? Otherwise, there's going to be a formative grade. It's going to be a survey just about the project in general, what you liked, what you didn't like, things like that. And really, I think there might be even another little baby survey grade, and those are going to be the only 2 grades for that week. So that's kind of what our end of course is looking like. If you have questions, please let me know. If you don't know how to get to something, or if it's not working, if a link doesn't work, if you're not sure what you're going to do your podcast about, you need help, please let me know. Otherwise, that is it, y'all. Have a good day.